Hey guys, and welcome to this brand new video. So like I promised in my latest video, which I will link in the upper right corner, today I'm going to be doing another training video. In case you're not familiar with my training videos, in my training videos I basically train a newer horse and I also talk about some issues or just some random stuff that has been going on in life. And sometimes also in Star Stables. So in case you are interested in hearing about some stuff I wanted to talk about today, as well as watching me train, then keep on watching. And as always, without any further ado, let's just jump straight into today's training video. So today we're starting off in Crescent Moon Village with this race from Ilona Skywolf. And by the way, I actually made a list of things that I want to talk about in today's video because I don't know if you noticed, but in the previous few training videos that I've made, I was in the middle of my video and for some reason it seemed like I didn't know anything else to talk about. And I really want to get better at that, so I have a list of 4 things to talk about in today's video, and the first subject is the coronavirus. I want to do my job in educating you guys on this virus because it is very important to stay educated so that people don't go ahead and do crazy things like hoard toilet paper. Now, first of all, I think we basically all know about COVID-19 or the coronavirus, which came from China, and I think we all also know that the coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, spread enormously fast, which is why I want to ask you to please keep on washing your hands as well as keep your distance, because you can never know who has the virus. Just because someone isn't coughing or doesn't have any other flu-like symptoms does not mean that they are not affected by the coronavirus. Because in case you did not know, it can take up to 2 weeks before actual symptoms of the virus start to show, which is why it is so dangerous and should absolutely be taken seriously. However, some people have gone a little too far and have been on Facebook way too long. So in today's video, I also wanted to show you some clips to kind of enlighten the mood of people going absolutely crazy about toilet paper and other stuff in supermarkets, because I think it's quite funny. In this first clip, which was recorded in a supermarket in London, you can see how long the lines are, and all of these people have at least one cart full of stuff they wanted to take home. Now, I don't find one cart full of grocery items and stuff very concerning, but I have heard stories from my mom, for example, and she was telling me about this woman that had 3 carts full of stuff. One cart full of toilet paper, another one full of spaghetti, and another one full of spaghetti sauce. Like, what is going on, you guys? That is not okay. There are multiple governments, including mine, that have said that hoarding is absolutely unnecessary, but yet people believe Facebook and go ahead and hoard whole supermarkets. It's just so unnecessary, and I want you to know that because in most countries, at least, for as far as I'm aware, supermarkets will stay open throughout the week and they'll only be closing on the weekends. There's no need to hoard for 3 weeks. All we can do is, like I said, wash our hands and keep our distance, which also is not very easy to do in a supermarket with like over 200 people in line. You can't really keep your distance there, so that's not really taking very good precautions either. So you guys, moral of the story, don't go ahead and hoard, because nobody is going to put you in your house for 4 weeks on end without you being allowed to leave your house to do groceries. Don't worry about that. Now, what does the coronavirus mean to me? So basically, the Belgian government, or I think it's our health organization, decided to close down all schools all over the country because of the coronavirus. They are providing like caretakers to take care of the children and watch them in case the parents aren't allowed to, because sending your kids to their grandparents is basically just not advised at all. So that basically means I get to stay home for 5 full weeks, 3 weeks because of coronavirus and 2 weeks because of Easter break. And that basically means that I don't have to go to school, I won't have any lessons. I mean, I probably will have a few tasks, but other than that, school's gonna be a lot easier for me, so that is positive. But also, we don't get to go to Rome now. I mean, we were supposed to leave for Italy with school in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks at the beginning of April, and Italy is closing down until the 3rd of April, and we were supposed to leave the 2nd of April, so our whole trip to Italy has been canceled, which really sucks because I've been looking forward to this little voyage for 6 years on end, you guys, and I feel really bad about it, but at the same time, I do understand as well. Our yearly Imago Tale show has also been canceled, and in case you do not know what Imago Tail is, which you probably don't, it's our school's dance group, and they were organizing a Blue Shelter, which is the name of their show, and unfortunately we weren't able to go either because of the coronavirus, which I found really sad as well, because all of the people in that dance group worked so hard on this show, and I was so sure that it was going to be phenomenal, but unfortunately it has to be set to another date. And then last but not least, our trip to the Contras from Belgium has also been cancelled. That trip was supposed to be for geography, and unfortunately it has been cancelled as well. Other school trips have also been cancelled. For example, Sneeuwklasse, which is basically a skiing trip, has also been cancelled for basically all schools in Belgium. I'm not sure if the Paris trip for our 11th graders is going to continue, but it might. France is not under lockdown yet. I'm just not sure if it is, allowed by our parliament just yet. I don't think it is, because they did give us negative voyage advice, so I don't think they'll be going to Paris, which is also really sad because Paris was an amazing trip. So yeah, in short, the coronavirus definitely has a very big negative impact on not only the people in school, but also the working people, because Horeca and stuff, everything that has to do with like a restaurant or a cafe, everything like that where a lot of people come together to get a drink or to eat something, has to close down as well. So those people are in a crisis right now too. The only things that can stay open are like pharmacies and supermarkets throughout the week, and other stores that provide, for example, food for your horse maybe, they can stay open. All the rest has to close down. We have to limit social contact to the very, very least, and I find that sad too, you guys. I mean, it's the only thing we can really do, and our government is trying their best, but still it is very sad. And then last but not least, I wanted to ask you, if you're in a country affected by the coronavirus, let me know your situation in the comments down below, because I would love to educate myself as well as have you guys be educated by other people too, because like I said, it's important to stay educated to not go absolutely crazy. Okay, so moving on to the next subject on my list, and you might have been shocked by these two words being in the thumbnail and title, and the two words are quitting YouTube. Now, first of all, I want to make it clear, I am not quitting YouTube, at least not yet. I really want to talk about the fact that I'm going to university next year, and I'll probably have to move out and move into my own little apartment for my studies, and I am not sure if I'll be able to continue with making videos, and honestly, that makes me really sad too. I've tried to find alternatives, for example, going to a different university, but my parents just don't really agree with that university, and I should really put my studies first, they say, which I do agree on, but YouTube is also a very important part of my life, and I do want to continue on doing it, so you might see some videos pop up. I won't be as active as I am now though, so just so you know that right now I'm not really able to provide a lot of information about my studies and when I'm going to quote-unquote quit YouTube, or at least, tone it down a little bit. So right now I can't give you a lot of information, but hopefully by the end of this year I can. I did want to touch on this because a lot of people have been asking me if I was going to quit YouTube because of my personal life or studies or anything like that, and I do want to say for now I am not quitting, and I'm not willing to unless I'm being forced to. I think the reason why I was being asked this question so often the past few months is because I've seen a lot of YouTubers upload less and less and less, and some people even quit, and I think a lot of people are scared that a lot of the bigger YouTubers, I mean, I'm not trying to call myself one of the bigger YouTubers, but you know what I mean, that a lot of the bigger YouTubers are going to quit and that they won't have anybody else to watch. Now, in case it does happen that a lot of your favorite YouTubers quit, just keep in mind that there are a lot of upcoming YouTubers who'll do an amazing job for you guys, and don't be scared because there's enough people in the world that are so talented with video editing and stuff, so you won't miss out on anything, trust me. So I just wanted to clarify that for you guys because I feel like there has been a lot of confusion about that, and then I'm gonna move on to my next subject, which is very exciting and actually not as depressing as the previous two. But before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna take the fairy to Fort Pinta to obviously continue on training, so be right back. Okay, so here we are in Fort Pinta, and the next subject is basically my new moped. So in case you did not know, I bought a Derby about 2 months ago, and I haven't been able to drive it until last Thursday. So basically, oh, I'm so excited. This is my new moped. It's a Derby, like I said. It's kind of like a cross moped, and I really love it. Now, you might be wondering, why weren't you able to drive it for like 2 months? Basically, there was still this whole process of getting new papers and stuff because the old papers were kind of destroyed because they got wet and the ink kind of got destroyed. So nobody could really read what was on the paper. So getting new papers as well as putting it in the official Belgian vehicle little database, I guess is what you can call it, took quite some time. It took me 2 months. At first I sent the original papers, the damaged ones, to Brussels to, you know, get them reviewed basically and get this paper for my insurance company so I could put my moped under insurance. And that already took me 2 weeks of time. So I basically wasted 2 weeks of time. So I had to get new papers. That took me 2 weeks as well. And then I sent them to Brussels again. They were approved this time, and now I finally have all the papers necessary. Now, I hear you thinking out loud, why in the world would she like something like that? Because you guys know I sound quite feminine, I dress quite feminine, but I do like something like that. Yeah, I do. I don't know why. It's my own personal thing, and I really love it, so I don't need any comments about why it is not for me, okay? Just wanted to clarify that too, because I love having such a thing, so I think that's okay. All I wanted to do was share my excitement with you guys and also make it very clear that no matter what you like, you are allowed to like whatever you like, and it's not because you're a girl that you can't like something that's not as feminine as people see it, right? Okay, you guys, so that was it for today's training video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you're interested in watching more videos of mine, all you have to do is go ahead and subscribe down below, as well as turn on your notifications so you'll never miss out on any videos I post. And with that being said, I really hope I'll see you back on Wednesday with a brand new update video, and until then, have a great week. Bye guys!